No, you have a couple cars. Do they all sound this terrible? Your windshield looks like the street map to a busy city.
Yeah.
That's terrible. You had your brights on, you blinded me. Yep. And you have a giant crack across your windshield. And you have some crazy little felony forest hanging from your rearview mirror there. See your driver's license, please. All right, well, I'm Deputy Sloup. Truck's lifted. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. Any idea why I might have stopped you today?
Yeah, I think it speed got away from me a little bit.
Well, you might be kind of fibbing on yourself a little bit. The reason is you got no mud flaps. We call this one the mud flap special. Sam, it's another Sam idea, just like the window tint special was. And initially, Sam didn't want to pick a fight with the internet. He's like, look, there's a lot of guys out there. They have trucks, no mud flaps. But at this point in the Fridays with Frank franchise, we were like 50 episodes in, and we just wanted something to talk about. And it's a violation we see all the time. I address it frequently. I don't necessarily write a bunch of tickets for it. Kind of depends on what the driver says as far as his knowledge of the law and requiring it. But in this particular episode, I wrote a bunch of tickets for other stuff, gave a bunch of warnings, and just had a bunch of really good positive contacts.
Oh, okay.
So you have a lifted truck.
Yes, sir.
And I know that because I'm talking up to you and you're only 5'5", so I figure you're probably... So you have a lifted truck, you have no mud flaps. Sometimes on Fridays with Frank, we like to do a little educational piece and let people know about some very obscure Arizona motor vehicle law. So today we're going to look at mud flaps. Yeah. Some people call them rear fender splash guards, and it falls under Arizona Revised Statute 28-958.01. Pretty much what it says is you need mud flaps. They got to be as wide as your tire, no more than 8 inches from the ground. And obviously everyone's had broken windshields here from rocks hitting them, and that's specifically what this is. If your truck is raised, pickup truck specifically raised, anywhere from how it comes from the factory, got to have mud flaps on it. The reason I stopped you is your pickup truck's lifted. You don't have any mud flaps. Running him, registration's good, insurance is good, driver's license is good. I'm going to give this guy a warning. So why do you have a almost unreadable Indiana license plate and a Michigan driver's license? How's that work?
Because this is my wife's truck, and I came out here to care for.
I feel like living in Michigan and having a wife in Indiana leads to a happy marriage. I feel like you might have a secret there. Yeah. Well, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. So he's driving his Indiana car. He's from Michigan. Him and his wife live in separate places, which I feel like is a recipe for success. Aside from that, so his truck is lifted and out of Indiana. Maybe it's legal in Indiana. I don't know if it is or not. But if you've got out-of-state plates and you're driving through Arizona, Arizona laws apply to you for all of the equipment violations. Different colored lights, window tint, mud flaps, all of those things would fall into, if you're in Arizona, you got to obey Arizona law. A couple different reasons I stopped you. One, posted speed limit for the particular area, 25 miles an hour. I can assure you it is. Your speed coming at me was 51, so you're more than double the posted speed limit. And also, your mud flaps on this truck are, in Arizona, they have to be the full width of the tire and no more than 8 inches from the ground. The reason I stopped you is you're in a lifted truck. You don't have any mud flaps. Appreciate you having all your stuff in line.
Sure.
You're good to go.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Have a great day. The citations that I gave were for everything else but mud flaps. Mud flaps are a great reason for stop. It's like window tint. I stop. Cracked windshields is another one. I stop a lot of vehicles for it. It allows me to get up to the driver, talk to him, check for impairment, see if there's, drug paraphernalia in the car, check for wants and warrants, check a driver's license status, do all of that. But you heard me a lot in here say, hey, look, you're wearing your seatbelt, your driver's license, registration, insurance is good. I cut the most warnings probably of any Fridays with Frank I can remember in this episode. And it was because I was stopping people for something I normally don't write tickets for, and I didn't write tickets for the internet on this. I just made those stops, contacted those people, gave them a little bit of education about Arizona motor vehicle law, and as long as everything else was good, we kicked them down the road. All right, good sir. Everything's in order. Obviously, driver's license in good shape, wearing your seatbelt, registration, insurance is good. So I'll give you a warning for that, but just so you know,
warnings
you have mud flaps on there.
Important.
Full width of the tire, no more than 8 inches from the ground. How you doing? See your driver's license, please.
I don't have it on me.
You don't have it on you?
Yeah.
Do you have one?
I have one, yes.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes people don't have driver's licenses.
I'll tell you one.
All right. So I stopped you for not having mud flaps. I'm going to give you a warning for that. You have all that stuff. I can see it through your back window, all that stuff hanging from your rearview mirror. I'm going to give you a warning for that. All right. The big thing is you got to have your driver's license with you. You got to have current proof insurance with you.
Deputy Sloup.
Hey, that's me. See your driver's license, please.
I do have a firearm here if you'd like to.
Okay, you don't touch yours, I won't touch mine. We'll keep it simple.
Sounds like a great idea.
All right. Well, I'm Deputy Sloup. We always appreciate knowing if there's a firearm in the vehicle. My response was, hey, you don't touch yours, I won't touch mine. He seemed to be appreciative of that. That is the vast majority of time. That's my response, unless there's a gun that I can see and I can take possession of it easily and safely. It kind of depends on my feel of the of the driver, having a short contact and conversation with them. I can gauge someone pretty quick if I want to take a firearm or not. Supreme Court says that we could take it for the duration of the traffic stop for our safety. So I'm well within my right to have that guy step out, take possession of his firearm, make it safe, check it make sure it's not stolen, and then return it to him at the end of the traffic stop. It's a case-by-case basis for me. A lot of it goes by my feel of the driver. And on this time, we pretty much just said neither one of us would touch our guns, and we agreed on that. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is you have a lifted pickup truck with no mud flaps. You got to have those. You're wearing your seatbelt, license is good, registration's good. I'm going to give that stuff back to you, get a warning for this. Just know that having these tires like this gives cop anytime he wants a reason to stop you. So if you want to eliminate that,
yes, sir,
you can get some mud flaps. If you want to just continue having great meetings, man, we can have great meetings like this.
Oh my gosh, hi! My boyfriend watches you on YouTube.
Hi!
Oh my god.
Well, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is you're 19 miles an hour over the speed limit. So you're 54 and a posted 35. Yeah, true story. It happens. It's a thing. People speed. I stop them. We chat. Hi, see your driver's license, please.
I think I left it at my house.
Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, well, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is you have an obscured view with that thing hanging from your rearview mirror, and you're doing 48 miles an hour in a posted 30-mile-per-hour zone.
I have an obscured view.
You have something hanging from your rearview mirror that says the... Out of all of the things I stopped this guy for, having obscured view is the thing that he focuses on during my initial contact. So you can't have anything hanging from your rearview mirror. The little elastic bands that come on air fresheners, those are meant for like your gear shifter or your turn signal. Like that's what those are meant for. They're not meant to go around your rearview mirror. So you're not supposed to have anything that hangs or dangles there that obscures your vision. This guy had something. I mentioned it because it's one of the several reasons that I stopped him, and he gets hyper focused on it when he literally doesn't have anything else that I need, and I think I ended up giving him 4 or 5 citations. So I don't know why you would argue with me about that. Like there's really no way to get around it. You keep stuff off your rearview mirror, and you can't have anything hanging from your rearview mirror because it obscures your view, per Arizona Motor Vehicle Law.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
And you got to wear your seatbelt. It's also, seatbelts are important. So, but
I've heard that in my life.
okay. Well, you're also doing 18 miles an hour over the speed limit in a residential zone. So your first citations for your 18 miles an hour over the speed limit, then not having your insurance, not having your driver's license in possession, and not wearing a seatbelt as required by law. Oh. So within the pamphlet here is the...
I'm sure you can see my insurance and everything when you go look up my name.
Each individual insurance company has a database of who their insurance, who they provide insurance to. We don't have access to that database. So like I can't look up Progressive's database and say, hey, John Q. Citizen has good insurance. We can do it through registration because registration goes through the state. I have the state's database. That's why you are required to carry insurance. When you register your car or re-register it or get new plates, you may have to show MVD a current insurance card, and they'll put that in there. But if you haven't updated your plates since 2018, the last insurance card they have on file is in 2018. It doesn't show that it's current. It just shows that it was current at the time when you went to MVD. So we can't see insurance. We can only see registration, and that's because all the insurance companies are all individual companies, so they don't give us access to their database. But
I have access to everything. Just give me my ticket, bro. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm hungry. Just give me the ticket.
There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Make sure you put your seatbelt on. Please drive safely. jerk. Do you have a driver's license?
No.
Okay. Do you have a license plate?
Yeah, at my house.
Okay. So do you feel like you might need one of those to drive your dirt bike on the road?
I live over there. I'm trying to get home.
I know, but you came from Walmart, which is like way over there.
Yeah, I know.
Hi, Mom.
I watch you all the time.
Well, I found your son here. So your sidewalk goes from here to an intersection, right?
Right.
As soon as you cross the intersection, you're in violation.
Okay.
So, literally coming out of this neighborhood, you can't get anywhere because you have to cross the roadway. And as soon as you touch the roadway, you're in violation. So get him a bike, let him drive it anywhere he wants. Trailer this out to the desert, drive it through the desert all you want. Dirt bikes are awesome. It's a great sport. Hi there, see your driver's license, please. Thanks. I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is you're 70 and a 50, way down there, just a little bit north of Post and Butte there.
You already know, right?
I know what.
I see what TikTok.
So this girl stopped her. She said, I watch you on TikTok. Well, at this time, Pinal County Sheriff's Office then and today was not and is not on TikTok. I work for the American Sheriff, and TikTok's from Beijing, so we don't mess with TikTok with the Sheriff's Office. Now, of course, I personally am on TikTok at frank.sloup.official, but at this time, what she was watching was some pirate taking my videos, or taking the Sheriff's Office videos at the time, and pirating them, trying to make money off of my likeness on TikTok. So we're trying to put a stop to that as much as we can and report all those pirates, but just like off the coast of Somalia, there are just pirates everywhere. You what?
TikTok.
Look in your rearview mirror.
What? I know. I'm so stupid, I'm sorry.
It's very seldom is someone so excited to get stopped to get a speeding ticket. Every week I get recognized more and more as I'm out here pulling people over. And it doesn't change anything. That was over a year ago. People watch, and it's, I think they know what's going to happen when I walk up to their window and they're 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. Are there any questions that I can answer for you before I kick you loose? Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay.
People get a picture?
Huh?
Do a lot of people get pictures?
Yeah. This is the first time that Sam was with me when someone took a picture with me after I wrote them a ticket. So that's why it ended up on the internet. Sam says that people don't want to see people fangirling over me. So this was on there because it was the first time, and he caught it, and it was kind of an interesting interaction. But this happens, I wouldn't say daily, but it absolutely happens weekly. And it's awesome, man. It's like, I love taking pictures of people, and I love that people are comfortable enough, even after we have a law enforcement contact, that they want to take a picture with me. Like, I think that's cool. I am honored by that. All the time.
Oh, yeah.
You want to get a picture? You want a selfie?
So jealous.
Let's do something. Tickets and selfies go together. Come on, I'll even get down here with you.
I'm shaking.
It's okay, it happens.
I'm just glad I didn't bring my dog. He's pissed.
Oh, I love dogs.
He's a pit bull.
I love pitties. Pitties are one of my favorite breeds.
True.
Ah, little stranger danger. Big ultimate energy here. Yeah.
She's gonna be so glad. That's my new wallpaper. Oh
well,
God.
thank you so much. Thanks for being cool. My new
Just
know that we're out here. The traffic unit's out here, and we're trying to slow people down and keep them safe. Okay. Well, that doesn't happen every day. And she just waved. She just waved goodbye. Like, that's a cool contact. Like, she's doing 20 over. She owns the fact that she was doing 20 over. Asked for a selfie afterwards so she could send it to her boss. Took responsibility. I'm all over that. I mean, that's just, if every contact could go that great, I think cops all over the place would have a better day. My attention was drawn to your car because your muffler's terrible. I mean, I was way behind you, and I heard that annoying sound coming out of that. I hate loud mufflers. I think the majority of society hates loud mufflers. Like, we're all on the same page there. There's no need for that. But going forward from here, we do have some great stops, including the 14-year-old driver with the newly pregnant girl that can't drive. Wait, you're pregnant? You're not supposed to be driving? That stop was initially drawn to my attention because of a loud muffler. So, like, the loud muffler violation has been fruitful to me. So it's kind of another one. It's like mud flaps. I don't write a bunch of tickets for it, but I stop a lot of people for it because I want to let them know how much society hates them.
Then I realized you have an illegal license plate cover. And I realized that you have a crack across your windshield. And you're not wearing your seatbelt. All of that. No, why? I see all that stuff. All because you're trying to draw attention to yourself with that loud muffler that's totally unnecessary. Yep. No, you have a couple cars. Do they all sound this terrible? Just this one? Now, Arizona law says that you can't have a vehicle that doesn't have a device that prevents unusual noise. Yep. When I heard that, it's an unusual noise. So simply that is a violation of Arizona state law. Okay? Because they're annoying. Like, no one wants to be laying in bed at night all wrapped up with their little blankie asleep and hear you go by their house, right?
I wouldn't.
So that's what that unusual noise is. Now, the only thing that I cited you with is license plate with obscured visibility because you have that cover on there. I couldn't read your license plate till I was right up on you, okay? So I'm going to give you warnings for everything else. Hey, see your driver's license, please.
I do not have one.
You don't? Do you not have a license? You do not have a license. So why are you driving if you do not have a license? Have you ever been issued a license? You've never ever been issued a license. The reason I stopped you is you're doing a criminal amount of speed, which is 57 miles an hour in a posted 35 mile per hour zone. So, and it comes as no surprise that you don't know that because you don't have a license. So that makes a little bit more sense. What's your first name? Within this pamphlet here is your copy of the citation and also your copy of the tow sheet, so you know where your vehicle's going, and the law as to why it pertains to why I have to tow your car. All right, you can keep that pen. That's a little souvenir. Yep. Wish I had my name on it, but we
got him now.
My partner here is going to give you a ride.
The guy that shows up to give my driver a ride is part of the Pinal County Sheriff's Office posse. Our agency runs because of posse. Like, they're all volunteers. So they come out, they volunteer their time. They get some great training from deputies and senior posse from within the agency. They go through an actual posse academy. And then when they come out to the road, they are dressed in our uniforms, they're armed. They drive our older vehicles, and they do things like drive people from scenes. They transport prisoners. They'll sit on tows. They'll help direct traffic at accidents. The posse is incredible within the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. Arizona, as a whole, I think every sheriff's office has a posse program, and ours, I just think, is spectacular.
And you have all the information, so you're free to go whenever you're ready. The reason I stopped you is all your window tint's illegal.
Is it?
Yeah, of course it is. It's like looking at the inside of your eyelids.
Oh, I bought the car like this. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so your front windshield's probably slightly tinted. Yeah. Front windshield's tinted.
This is what I did do.
Yeah, so you can't have your windshield tinted.
Oh, wow.
Below, there's like a mark up over in here somewhere. That's typically shows where your line can be.
Okay.
So where what they call like a visor strip.
Yeah, the visor strip.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's legal, but having it top to bottom isn't. Okay. And these front windows can't be darker than 30%, and they're like limo.
Yeah, they're like 20, I think.
I'd bet you a pack of Skittles that it's less. So window tint meter.
Is it less than 20?
Window tint goes on there. 5%. 5%'s limo.
Okay.
Like I said, that's
Skittles
not 20,
for me.
That's not 20. Yeah. But it's just these front,
okay,
not the back ones. All the back ones are fine. The reason I stopped you,
yes, sir,
posted speed limit here is 45. And you passed me at 65 in that right lane when you were passing.
In the PT crew.
Let's see, did I write you that one? Holy cow, I did.
He literally pulls out a citation I had written to him several months prior. On average, a week, I'm doing probably 50 to 75 traffic stops a week, depending on my training schedule and call-outs and stuff like that. So, I mean, for months to go in between, I have hundreds of traffic stops. So it's common that I've stopped people before, and maybe they look familiar, and then they'll come out with a citation, or I'll run them in the system and see that I've contacted them before. So there's a lot of times that I've run into people 2 and 3 times just since entering the traffic unit, just by pulling that same person over for repeated violations or different violations that occur all within Pinal County. Repeat customer.
So here's the last ticket I wrote him on September 29th of 2022 for 75 and a 50 on Arizona Farms, in the same car. Well, I guess he's gonna get another one. He could start hanging these on his refrigerator. So apparently you're just a slow learner, man. Your learning curve's like this, and I'm trying to make it like this.
Before we even start this video, I had to tell you, it's an April Fool's joke. I'm still working. Right now. I'm on call. I'm on call today. I'm still working full time. We've put out over 50 episodes since this episode was aired, and people still ask me if I'm retired. I don't know. We've put out 50 more episodes. I'm not retired.
Hey folks, Sheriff Lamb here. Today is Friday, and you recognize this guy, Fridays with Frank. So, Frank, you hit your 20 years. You're now eligible for retirement, which is sad for us.
I'm eligible for retirement. That is an absolute statement of fact. I am eligible for retirement. I'm in our deferred retirement system right now, but I am not retired. But words mean things, and I didn't lie anywhere in this. I am eligible for retirement. I could leave any day I want. The sheriff's office treats me so good. I don't intend to leave today or tomorrow, but if someone throws me a big enough carrot, I might take a bite out of it.
What are some of your plans?
So, Pinal County's big for skydiving, but it's a little too high for me, so I'm thinking I might take up some base jumping.
Fishing?
Doing some fishing.
This photo right here was drawn by Sock Puppet Master. She's amazing. She's from the East Coast, another East Coaster. So Sam reached out to her as part of this April Fool's joke and said, hey, we want you to do some animation for us. So this is from her. If you don't follow her stuff, you really need to. She's great, super pro law enforcement. She actually did a drawing for me. It's framed. I actually have it hanging up in my room. It is one of the things that makes me smile every time I see it. So if you're not watching Sock Puppet Master, make sure you tune into her.
Back
Your
east,
dad's a fisherman?
Gonna go back east, fish with Dad a little bit. So yeah, man, I got some plans.
Are you gonna be able to make the ends meet financially, or do you gotta have to walk dogs or something?
Walking dogs is definitely a possibility for me. Just something to kind of bridge my time.
I heard it makes good money.
Yeah, I'll make some money on it.
So this is the 50th episode. You've given it a good run, brother.
It's a good run.
You're giving it a good run.
I appreciate it, man.
We appreciate you, and don't worry, folks. We're not gonna leave you hanging. We got a replacement in place. We got something in mind for you.
Yeah. Schmidlin, who's now Sergeant Schmidlin, that he's sitting at his desk typing with his motorcycle helmet on. So Chuck and I have been partners for over 20 years. We both started at an agency and then have left and come back together at the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. He's been a motor instructor for well over a decade. He's incredible on a bike. So the idea of him sitting at his desk while typing and wearing a motorcycle helmet was all Sam's idea. So that was Sam's setup of, hey, this is what we want you to do. And Chuck was awesome, as he has a great sense of humor, and he played right along with it.
Hey, Chuck.
What's up, Frank?
You're gonna need these.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah,
How much marijuana have you smoked today?
I have a little bit.
A little bit? Like how long? Like 2 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Just a few minutes ago? Okay, you got any insurance on the truck?
Oh, yes.
Because I'm getting a huge contact high right now. Like I'm debating going and buying a bag of Cheetos.
He likes Cheetos. Chuck walks up and he's like, well, this guy's DUI. So we processed the DUI. Sam was like, well, it kind of slows the process of getting video down, but sometimes you have to deal with it.
I got bad news for you. You're under arrest for DUI, okay? And you got to come with me for a little bit. but who can we come get your truck? Do him in front because I'm going to let him use his phone.
You know what? We'll do that right in front. Our plan is to process you, release you, and then subsequent to that, you'll have some paperwork that the county attorney will send you in a couple months. But as of today, you will be home.
But he was super cool. And when people are really cool with us, it allows us to be really cool with them. So per Chuck's request, I handcuffed him in the front. But it allows him to use his cell phone. And what that did was it allowed him to find someone to come and pick up his truck so we didn't have to tow it. And then also for him to get a sober ride after we were done processing him.
Within probably from this minute right now, in less than 2 hours. Hi, citizen.
Howdy.
Hey, any idea why I might be stopping you today?
We stopped this guy.
Okay.
The second time,
well,
too.
So here's the very first thing. As you drove past me on the traffic way, what were you doing?
Took a picture.
Holding your phone?
You were manipulating your wireless communication device as you were driving down the roadway.
Hey, Frank, I have a question.
Yes.
Do Teslas have seatbelts?
They should have seatbelts, but you're not wearing yours.
We're going golfing right here. I got my clubs in the back.
Well, that's fine. I like to golf. I don't golf very often.
Or well.
But I sure do look good in a pair of knickers. I'm going to give you a ticket for being on your phone.
The family, the stick figure family on the back of Chuck's Explorer. What's really funny about that is for those of us that knew, that whole big family were all of the members of the traffic unit, from the lieutenant all the way down to the two newest rookies we put as the names of the animals, the cat and the dog. So each one of those was a member of, from the lieutenant, sergeant, and then all of the different members of the traffic unit, all with different variations of our name. So instead of me being Frank, I think I was Francis. And so on and so forth through each of the members of the traffic unit. So it was our little internal joke of having a stick figure family in there. That's why it's so big, is it's the whole traffic unit.
Because you're not allowed to be touching your phone, and for not wearing the seatbelt, because I'm concerned for your safety. You're doing about 15 miles over the speed limit. Your windows are a little dark tinted, and you don't have any mud flaps on your truck.
All right, so he's got a warning about a year ago.
Okay.
I would write this dude a ticket because that's what I do. But if you want to give him a warning, give him a warning. Like, where on the mountain or right, he's in the valley wrong, whatever, man, figure it out.
Okay, I'll go and explain it to him. I've decided I'm going to give you a warning, right? But I need you to understand you're in a condo of wrongness in the valley right now. And I need you to make sure and get this done so you can get on a mountaintop and not be as wrong as you're in the valley of the condo thing, okay?
Well, how did it go?
Look,
Sheriff, I can't retire.
if you've reached this part in the video, you've watched it all the way to the end, you have done more than overwhelmingly half of the internet. So for now, weeks, months, and year after, people are still asking me about if I retired, because all they did was watch the first 10 seconds of the video and didn't watch it to the end, where I said, hey, Sheriff, I can't retire. Because people are impatient on the internet and have a very short attention span, they didn't reach the end. Almost every week I hear someone tell me that I'm retired and that they hope I'm doing well in retirement. And I'm like, I'm working 70 hours a week. Like, I am still full-time.
Good. Good. Listen, folks, tomorrow is April 1st. Don't believe anything you see on the internet, especially not tomorrow, because tomorrow's April Fool's Day, and this was our April Fool's. Frank's not going anywhere. Hope you enjoyed this episode, the 50th episode of Fridays with Frank.
This video was made to be a joke. Like, Chuck sitting at his desk wearing a helmet, Chuck coming out with 100 pens on him. Like, it was overtly comical. Chuck standing at a car talking about, which was real, by the way, talking about the condo in the valley of wrongness and like all of that. Like, this was made to be a joke. Just like, and we still have people asking about the airborne unit. That was also an April Fool's joke. Pinal County Sheriff's Office has a great sense of humor. Like, if you haven't figured that out yet, you tune in, because they do all sorts of great stuff. But we can't do April Fool's jokes anymore because people take them seriously. So they were calling saying that they wanted to be an airborne unit, and they were wondering why I was retiring and all of these things. Like, you have to watch our videos from beginning to end. because you never know what's going to be at the end of them. And sometimes around April Fool's Day, you got to think, hey, man, maybe we're pulling one on you.
Hey, it doesn't look like you have a motorcycle endorsement. Because it says endorsements none. Okay.
You have to do this right now.
It's literally my job to do this right now. It is the only thing I do.
This video comes out a week after the April Fool's video aired. I don't understand how people weren't like, wait, I thought you retired. And then said, oh, it must have been an April Fool's joke. And then now there's 50 more episodes. But like, we literally put out a video the very next week to solidify the fact that I didn't retire. And people haven't caught on in well over a year.
I literally went back to my house so that I could get some food.
Yeah, no, food's important, man. It's the guy in the passenger seat never misses a meal.
That's Sam. So, I'm not throwing shade at Sam. Lunch is a huge part of our day. We'll start videoing in the morning. We'll video for a couple hours, and within a very short amount of time, we're talking about where we're going to go to lunch. So it's a big deal. It's kind of an ode to Sam of like, hey man, you're the guy that picks great food places. So we need to start a video series about best places to eat in Pinal County because we'd kill it.
In the internal database that we keep, this guy has been stopped in January and was involved in a collision in February, and now he passed me at the first time he passed me. I don't even know how fast he was going, but it was fast, and I locked him in on radar at 65 in a 45, and he doesn't have a motorcycle endorsement on his motorcycle that doesn't have a speedometer on it. So you have been very popular here with the Pinal County Sheriff's Office in the last couple months.
Yep.
So
can't catch a break from you guys.
Well, we are not in the business of giving breaks. We are in the business of enforcing the law, to which you seem to keep breaking and we keep catching you.
I didn't think going 0.2 miles was going to be this big of a deal.
That's not a big deal. It's just a traffic stop and a citation.
No,
That's it. Super easy.
But you saw my record. Like, this is going to put
you got stopped in January. You got stopped in February. Yeah, so you're like 3 out of 4 months now you've had contact with the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. So, you know, I understand that. I understand your frustration. I'm not saying that you're not.
You have the full capability to give me a warning and let me.
Giving warnings is not what the Pinal County Sheriff's Office traffic unit does. All of this stuff is all in the civil realm. Nothing about this is criminal. This is simple. And if you went to driving school for your first one, this will not put you over your points, or at least it shouldn't. Points are in
reckless driving back in November. That's what it is.
Oh, I didn't know that. Your windshield looks like the street map to a busy city.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm Deputy Sloup. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office traffic unit. The reason I stopped you is you're at a criminal amount of speed coming up here. It's 25 posted, 25 miles an hour in this zone. You were at 46 coming at me there. Let me give you a warning for your windshield, even though it is an insult to Arizona law. All right.
We're gonna call and make a claim.
Get that thing fixed. Okay. So, I'm also, since you've never been stopped in Pinal County before, I'm not going to write you a criminal ticket for your criminal speed, okay?
I didn't realize I was going that fast.
Yeah, so we're going to keep this right in the civil range, okay? So it's just a regular speeding ticket. What's the speed limit here on Schnepp? That's right. You know what your top speed was when you passed me? 61. No, locked in on radar.
That I did not see.
That is 100%. And you're driving a lifted truck with no mud flaps, which are required by Arizona state law. Speeding, no mud flaps, you're like a violation smorgasbord here. You've never been stopped down here in Pinal County, so I'm going to give you the courtesy of only having a civil cite.
So can I see the radar?
You may not, because it is mounted in my car. And I have lots of guns and ammo in there. Lots and lots of guns and ammo. As we should, because we're here in America. And that's the way that is. So, but no, I take a picture of it, I attach it to the citation. See your driver's license, please.
I'm a permit.
Dad's teaching daughter how to drive. Well, through a school zone isn't the time or the place to teach your kid how to drive. Like, go to private property, go to a mall, right? Like, adult drives there with a good license, gets on private property. You could switch seats. You're on private property. There's no requirement to have a driver's license. And then you could practice pulling into stalls and making lefts and rights and doing all the things you need to do to learn how to drive in the safety of a parking lot that's empty, not through a school zone in Santan Valley.
Let me see your permit, please.
I don't have, like, it.
How old are you?
16.
16? Okay. So you don't have any sort of permit?
No.
Okay. So why are you driving?
because
Hi.
I feel like I'm
very
entitled.
good. Thank you. All right. Any idea why I might be stopping you?
Perhaps the school area.
Well, she's more than double the speed limit in a school zone, and she doesn't have a license.
If you are teaching a kid how to drive on the roadway, let's say that you have acquired a permit so that person is legally allowed to operate the motor vehicle on the roadway. As the observer of the driver sitting in the passenger seat, every once in a while glance over at the speedometer and say, hey, this speed limit is 15 miles an hour, 34, 1 mile an hour away from criminal speed is probably not a good idea. You should probably press on the brake.
Did you know that she didn't have a permit?
I know.
You know that she doesn't?
Yes.
And you were letting her drive anyway?
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Oh, okay. So your citations are going to be for being in a school zone, going faster than 15 miles an hour, and not having a driver's license. You're also getting some citations today. So your citation is for permitting an unauthorized minor to drive.
It's a misdemeanor.
She doesn't have a permit. You can't just go driving around, especially at more than double the speed limit in a school zone. So she is not allowed to drive because she does it poorly. Hey guys, so traffic units out here at Country Thunder. For those of you out of state, Arizona has a giant country concert called Country Thunder. It's 4 days long. Lots of camping here, lots of people drinking all day, drinking all night.
You could see me out in the crowd with Sheriff Lamb out in front of the stage at Country Thunder. So this video obviously came from last year, the 2023 Country Thunder. It was crazy. We got to get out there, and people obviously recognized the sheriff. Some people recognized me, so we got to take some pictures with some people. This year it was even more crazy. We went out into the crowd. We were out in there for a couple hours. I was taking pictures of people. He was taking pictures of people. Just a ton of fun. They got me up on stage. I was up there with a local radio station, The Bull out of Tucson. So doing a promo for them. Just an all-around. Country Thunder's a blast. If you've never gone, buy some tickets and go. Just enjoy everything that is Country Thunder.
Traffic units out here, make sure people aren't driving around and making bad decisions, but staying in there and having fun. All right, had anything to drink tonight?
No, sir.
Smoke any weed?
No, sir.
None at all?
No.
Not even a little bit?
No, I don't smoke.
Everyone smokes weed.
Nope.
So no, it's just me and you. We're the only two that don't.
So in this video, uncharacteristically, we shot it on a Thursday. The first main night of Country Thunder is a Thursday. So Sam rode with me all night. He got off at about midnight, went home, woke up the next morning, edited all morning, and then put this video out kind of midday on Friday. So people that were looking for an episode first thing Friday morning were kind of disappointed that there was no morning time Fridays with Frank, drinking their coffee on the mountain to right, watching videos. But this one kicked out a little bit late just so we could get some real-time video. So that was accurate for that year for the event.
Yeah, that's good, man. You're in good company. I like that. All right, man, hang tight for me. So you have this giant lifted truck, and you have no mud flaps on it.
We just bought this 3 days ago.
Oh, yeah, lifted like this?
Yes.
They should have put mud flaps on it. We here in the Pinal County Sheriff's Office, we're looking for impaired drivers tonight. So that's one of the things we do, and just you simply not having mud flaps gives me the reason to come up here and talk to you. There's one road in, there's one road out. What the Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit does is we use any violation of Title 28, which is Arizona Motor Vehicle Law, to stop a car. Headlight out, no license plate light, broken tail lights, no mud flaps. Anything that we can legally use to stop a vehicle and get up to the driver. We look at the driver, just like in this last truck I just stopped. Driver sober, no alcohol in the car, no other issues besides that's a brand new truck. So we cut them loose, thank them for being sober, and send them on their way, and then go on to the next stop. Any idea why I might have stopped you?
I think I might have had my brights on.
You had your brights on, you blinded me.
I apologize.
Yep. And you have a giant crack across your windshield. Yeah. And you have some crazy little felony forest hanging from your rearview mirror there. All sorts of reasons. Yeah. Technically, letter of the law, that is illegal.
Really?
True story. Cannot have anything that obstructs your vision. Same thing with your cracked windshield. So they both fall under the same statute of Arizona law. I heard someone accelerating, and I was like, uh-oh. That's my partner. All right. Anything to drink tonight?
No, sir.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Hang tight for me. Any idea why I might have stopped you?
Probably because headlight and tail light.
Yeah, you have one headlight. You got a big crack across your windshield.
Yeah, we just got pulled over by another car.
You did?
Yeah.
Like another police officer Here?
Yeah.
Was he dressed like me?
Yep.
Oh. Was he super cool like me?
Yes.
Good answer. That's the right answer. You had anything to drink tonight?
No, sir.
Okay. You going to have anything to drink tonight?
No, sir.
That's the right answer. That's what I wanted to hear. All right, I'm going to give you a warning for driving this car. Appreciate you wearing your seatbelt. Fix that. Have a good time.
You too.
Keep him in line. I will. All right. So we're out here. We're making a video tonight that he'll put up tomorrow for like, hey, Country Thunder, you know, don't come here and drink because we're gonna get you. And that's obviously what you're seeing. This is the first night. We'll be out here every night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and all we're doing is we're just looking for impaired drivers. And pretty much, unless you're doing something crazy reckless, we're cutting the majority of people loose just to try to find an impaired driver. And
where we're looking at here is there's one road in, one road out of Country Thunder. It's posted as 25 and pretty heavy traffic. The traffic unit goes there and really focuses on trying to remove impaired drivers. This year, I think the majority of impaired drivers were caught inside the event. So people driving golf carts drunk, people driving vehicles drunk, either going to restock for beer or driving from one campsite to another. We had a couple vehicles drove into ditches. Everyone that drove into a ditch this year was impaired. So we're not only arresting people on the way in and on the way out, but we're also arresting people inside trying to make sure that some impaired driver doesn't drive through a whole crowd of people. So we were busy everywhere this year.
get them off the road before they crash into someone. So, but since you're making good decisions, man, you get a pass tonight. So, guys, enjoy your weekend. Be safe all weekend, okay? Have a great night, guys. What are you doing so far from the Villages? And I feel that you're kind of young to be from there.
I'm not from there. That's where my mother lives.
You sound like you're from New York.
I am from New York.
Yeah,
where are you in New York are you from?
Long Island.
Long Island where?
Massapequa.
Massapequa. It's hard to spell.
Yeah.
You know it's a lot easier to spell? Islip. That's where I'm from.
And they're from Long Island too.
Oh, Setauket. It's down this road, right down there. You just got to get there a little slower. So, Mr. Villages, have anything to drink tonight?
I did not.
Good. That's a good answer. It's the answer I like. I like that. And obviously, I'm sure you've seen a whole bunch of cops here. We're out here looking for people that are speeding so that we can make sure that they're sober. Okay. All right? So, stay closer to the speed limit. Drive sober, you'll never have a problem. All right, guys, just finishing up the night. Did about 20 traffic stops. Traffic unit right now has 2 impaired drivers in custody. I didn't get one, but we're going to be out here for Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Any idea why I might have stopped you today?
Speeding?
Yeah, a little bit there. Do me a favor, hand me that shooter of fireball that's between your legs. Oh, nope, that's an empty one.
There's
hand
so
me the
many.
full one that's between your legs. Nope. So try to go with the one that's between your legs, like the things that are attached to the bottom of your pelvis. There we go. Nice. All right. So how many of those have you drank today?
3.
Okay. So also, while you were driving, could you feel yourself,
look at that,
like driving on the side of the road, off the pavement, and in the dirt?
This video comes literally the week after Country Thunder. We drove around, had a whole episode of Sam riding along with me, never caught an impaired driver. At night, like when it's statistically higher that we're going to bump into one. This one, obviously middle of the day, this one happened like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we end up stumbling on this guy. He's at a criminal amount of speed, almost 30 miles an hour to the speed limit. You can see through the video as he veers off the road to the right, throws a whole cloud of dust up right in the middle of the day. You know, I mean, school's out, letting out, there's kids walking around, people riding horses in this area because it's real rural. This is a good drunk to get off the road.
Well, so drinking and driving is against the law. And I feel like I don't need to say that. But yet, here we are. Yeah, we're going to see if he's got any signs and symptoms of impairment. This could be end up with a DUI arrest out of this. We'll see.
I'm on probation.
What are you on probation for?
I did 8 years. I got like 4 years of probation to do.
Okay. What did you do 8 years for?
Stealing.
Okay.
Theft of means.
Okay. Meth. What was your drug of choice before?
A year.
Okay. What was your drug of choice before alcohol?
Meth.
Meth. Yeah. Meth and stealing cars go together like peanut butter and jelly. I definitely don't want you to just stand on one leg because I feel like that would be bad.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So what I'm gonna have you do? Take a deep breath for me. Blow when you're ready. Blow, 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 blow. Perfect. All right. So I don't need to look at that to know that you've got some impairment that's going on here, right?
And I administer him a roadside breath test. We call it a PBT, or a preliminary breath test. All that is so it forms really performs two functions. One, it lets me know if statutorily I have to tow and impound his vehicle. And the second part is I want to make sure that the approximate alcohol level that he has matches the impairment that I'm seeing. So like if I saw all that impairment and he blew into that instrument and it read really low, like a 0.02 or 0.03 with really significant impairment, it would deter the angle of my investigation, and we would go down a more drug impairment route where I would be performing a drug influence evaluation on him to really find out what the source of that impairment is. So that's what it's for. By the time we got done with the field sobriety test battery, I had already made my decision on if I was going to arrest him. You see, I blow that thing, I put it in my pocket. I don't need to see what the results of that are. It's purely administrative. They're never admissible in court. We could talk about the fact that we administered it, but here in Arizona, we can't talk about the actual readings, and that's the way that law is here. But it goes in my report, but the jury isn't privy to that if it should go to a trial. But like I could use it for additional probable cause for arrest if I needed it, but obviously here I didn't.
And I don't think that I would feel. I wouldn't feel okay with letting you.
No one would.
Okay, so
no one would feel comfortable.
Right now you're going to be under arrest for DUI. These are two different dudes.
Here you see me having a conversation with the guy. He's in handcuffs. He's sitting up against the front of my car. And what we were doing in that time is we were waiting for a posse transport to come to transport that guy to the substation so I could finish processing him. But that conversation is a conversation that I have with a lot of people about addiction. And, obviously he had gone to prison for some drug-related stuff and then had switched that addiction for the addiction of alcohol. And, during that conversation said he was having a hard time with his girlfriend. And as a coping mechanism, he grabbed some fireballs and was using that to cope, which obviously led him to meet me. But that conversation is a conversation I have on and off camera frequently. And it's part of doing this job and talking to people is being somewhat empathetic and understanding that everyone's fighting some sort of battle with something, whether it's personal life, chemical, gambling, whatever it may be. So we just talked about his fight there. Sam put a little bit of it in. It was a much more extended conversation that we had, but Sam just put it in there just to show that, hey, I was having a conversation with that guy. But it was much more in depth than you guys got to see.
If you got a problem, man, there's a lot of resources that are out there. You're a cool dude. You're respectful. It's not. You're not a bad dude. So, and I know it's a bad monkey to get off your back, man. It's rare to see an alcohol DUI. We don't see him very often. We don't even see him very much at night. But especially during the day, it's statistically, it's a very low probability of stopping someone who's impaired by alcohol. But if there was someone riding a bike, someone riding a horse, someone walking on the side of the roadway, you're talking about a fatal collision at 66 miles an hour.
Posted 35.
Those are certainly fatal. And if he were to drive off the road and overcorrect and cross the center line, you also have the possibility of having a head-on collision with a car. And again, 66 miles an hour, even if the person was doing a speed limit of 35, that's a lot of combined energy and would almost certainly result in either a fatality or some sort of very serious injury. So getting these drivers off the road is imperative.
Goodbye, car.